Hi everybody, hello, how's everybody doing today? We are doing just fine here. It's quite dry at the moment, which is a bit of a shock because we've had nothing but rain of late, but it's yeah, not a bad day. And today I have a little project for you. It's a little Elizabethcraftdesigns planner page. But today it's all about Mr. F, all about him. Let me just get off that onto there. And here we see Mr. F on his new toy. He's bought himself a motorbike. He used to always have a bike in the past, but he hasn't had one for, I don't know, 20 years, something like that, over 20 years probably. But I think when we moved house, he saw his leathers and it kind of reminded him that he did actually want a motorbike. So he found one, he bought it, and now he's off going for jaunts on it and having a really nice time, and I'm so pleased. So that's what the planner page is going to be about. So let's get started, shall we? Well, I've been out through my Reminiscence, the book 5. This is still for sale on the Elizabethcraftdesigns page in Europe. I don't believe it's still there in the US, but it will be running out because there's a new one, the book 6. No, 7. Yeah, the book 7, I think, is coming out shortly, and they won't run reprints on this. They don't run reprints. I don't know why that is. So I've been through this and I've selected myself a piece of card, and that's the piece I've selected. It is actually, it's just divine. I have several copies of this because I love it so much. It's just beautiful. Fabulous, fabulous stuff. I think I've shown it to you before. Anyhow, that's that. So let's cut this down to the size, or use a planner die if you have one. I'm going to cut this to 4 3/4 by 8 1/4. So 4 3. No, I nearly did that wrong. 4 3/4, like so. Oh, that can go in the Timmy Remnant box. By 8 1/4. There we go. That's great. Lovely. So there's our page. Got that on the back. It doesn't really matter what's on the back because the next page we build will go on there. So that's fine. So nothing will waste because this is going in the remnants drawer. Excellent. So probably the first thing we need to do is put the holes in and ink around the page, and that'll give us a start. So I'm going to just get my hole punch out and slide that in, make sure it's as far back as it'll go. Am I happy with that being the top? Would it look better that way? Oh, there's always a question. I'm going to do it that way. There's some the right way and some the wrong way, so it doesn't matter. Just make sure you've got it pushed all the way back. And there's our holes. Lovely. So, for the reinforcements, I'm going to go back to my old favourite, which is this one, 1736 Reinforcement Variety Pack. There's 12. This one doesn't actually belong there, another one does, but that doesn't matter. There are 12 different reinforcers on here, and I think this one is the most, looks coggy, doesn't it? Do you know what I mean? It looks like mechanical, and we're talking about motorbikes, so I think that's probably all right. Yeah, so I've cut those out and they're going to go there. Now these are very red, and I've chosen red because Mr. F's bike is red, and I thought that it would just all go together. So I'm not going to ink these independently. I'm going to stick them on. I didn't do them on sticky back today, which was rather foolish. Let's see if I can find them all. 3, 4, 5. I didn't think he'd want to sit and watch me die cut things, so I've die cut just about, I think, everything I need. So let's just get these stuck on. Only a little bit of glue is necessary. And put those there, lovely. And if you get your towel, your Timmy towel, and just squish that down, Timmy towel picks up any spare glue and it presses it down. So it's a twofer, a twofer. So there we go. So yeah, I'm waiting for a dry day so I can get my washing hung out, and Mr. F's waiting for a dry day so he can go out on his bike, because as he says, there's not a great deal of joy in going out in the rain, getting your leathers all wet and having to dry them off when you get back and all that sort of stuff. So at the moment he's definitely a fair weather biker, but that's fine, that's grand. Seeing as we're coming into summer, I think that he should get some days out, I think. We were out yesterday and saw some lambs in the field. I mean, we are in the north of England. You couldn't get much further north, actually, than us before you hit Scotland. And we saw lambs, which is great. So kind of mid-March is obviously our lambing time, well, the start of the lambing time. There's lots of fields with very pregnant mums, so I'm expecting to see more each time we go out, and it's so exciting. I mean, I just absolutely love lambs. I just love them so much. And I always get excited every year when I see the lambs in the field. Right, so that's them there. Let's just get up this little inking board. That side's probably a bit cleaner. They're both a bit grubby, to be fair. And I'm going to get my scorched timber out. Of course I am. Why would I use anything else? And this red is great, but it does need knocking back a bit, doesn't it? It's a bit in your face. So let's just go around this. And over those reinforcements, just knock them back a little bit. And then I think you start to get a better feel for the page, don't you, once you've inked it and what have you. Well, inked it and put the reinforcements on, that's what the what have you is. Just a little bit more at the corners, perhaps. And then great, then I'm going to get my dauber out and I'm going to go actually around the edge of the paper, because sometimes when you're putting it on with the brush you get it on the face of the paper but you don't get it on the edge, and I don't like it when you can see the white edge through it, and it just defines it just even a little bit more. So there we go. There's our base. Whoa, wrong way around. That way. Base page. Base page made. Excellent. So put the lid on that ink and put that to one side. And oh, I was just looking out the window there, and there's a bloke in a van called Northeast Logistics, and he's carrying the biggest box. Struggling to carry it to Sue next door. Ooh, wonder what she's been ordering. So the next thing I want to do is, well, these are the photographs I want to use, but I kind of want to frame them. I want to stick them onto something. So I'm going to use this one. This is 2057 tab 6 with turn button frame, and these are these little tabs that you put a brad through and you can turn round to hold your pages shut or hold something in place, and I really like those. They're fabulous. But this is the bit that I'm after today. This one here. Now when you cut this, you get a frame that size, but you also get a square. Well, it's not a square actually, it's a rectangle that comes out the middle, and it's got this lovely stitched detail around it. So kind of like that. So let's put that back in. How did I get that out? Oh yeah, there it is. Really need to buy some more magnets to put my dies out onto. That's a really useful planner page, that. So I've got 2 of these, and I thought I would put them kind of around the place like that, maybe, whatever. Don't want them just straight up and down, I don't think. But let's see what the measurements are, and then we'll see how we have to cut these out. So they measure 2 3/4 by 3. I think I'm better off having the length, because it's longer than it is tall, this photo. So that bit there is 3. So I want it to be, it's just 3. It's not quite 3. So I want this to be just less, I think, than 2.5. 2.5, is that doable? Let's have a look. Yeah, that's definitely doable. Definitely. So let's get the paper cutter out, this one. And cut these out where I want them, at 2.5 inches wide. So I'd quite like to... I've printed these out on, I took them on my phone, and I've printed them out on glossy photo paper, so they look like photos that you used to get in days gone by. What did I say? Just less than 2.5. Oh my goodness, that's not straight. Oh my goodness. That's anything but straight. What's going on here? Got to think about what you're doing, otherwise it just doesn't work. Just a touch less. I'm not sure that's still 2.5. Right, okay. So that's 2.5. So that's going to go that way. Yeah, lovely. And this, what did I say it was? 2 3/4. 2 3/4, so I want it 2 1/4. 2 1/4 tall. Two and a quarter, wow. I'm going to chop his head off like that. I'm just going to have to move that down a bit. There we go. And let's just try that again. Might take the bottom of his foot off. Just the merest bottom of his foot, but he'll be all right. He'll survive that. And that's going to go on there like that. Looks nice, doesn't it? The red with the red. Now you can see why I'm going for the red, hopefully. And then we've got this one. So we want to make that, oh my goodness, I can't remember. Just a touch less than 2.5 wide. Just a touch less than 2.5 wide. Let's cut that there. Let's have a bit of a go and see where we're at. Where's 2.5? 2.5 is there. So a little touch less, about there. And what was the other one? 2 1/4, was it? 2 1/4. 2 1/4. Let's cut that there. I'm guessing, as you can tell. I'm just guessing. 2 1/4. Yeah, I think we're all right there. Yeah, that's come out quite nicely. So we've got our 2 photographs cut out. Let's just see that I have done them correctly. So that's going to go onto there. That's going to go onto there. Get rid of whatever that was. Yeah, they look nice, don't they? Nice and bright. Huh. You look so proud. So what I'm going to do now is, no, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to take my dauber and my sanding disc, and I'm just going to go around this photo, because the problem you have with this glossy paper is you can't get ink to really stick to it and dry on it. So I'm just going to get rid of that kind of top layer around the edge. A bit more at the corners perhaps. And I know this is a process usually associated with grunge, let's say, but on this occasion it's not going to be mega grungy. Might end up a little bit, you know me, but it's more just to get the ink to stay on, really. So take your Timmy towel, wipe that off, because you do get a lot of dust with it. And that's one done. Do the same with the other. And I'm putting all the pressure on the sort of that way on here, because if you put the thing down flat and sand, you get a lot of scratches on your photograph, and that's not what it looks then, like you've just sanded it, which I know that is what we've done, but I don't want it to look like that. So I'm putting all the pressure at that sort of angle. There we go. Lovely, lovely, lovely. So now I can take my sanding disc off, put my scorched timber pad back on, and ink around that. And the ink will stay on those places that we've sanded, theoretically. Give us a nice edge. Okay, that looks so much better, doesn't it? Just, oh, it's just a world of difference. Of course, you don't have to do this, you know. I do this because I like the look of it, but if you like nice clean lines, then don't even touch it, just cut it and stick it. So there we go, that's our 2 photos done. Now then, I'm just going to go around the very edge of this with this dauber, and then I'm going to put some ink on the red, because the red is lovely. I love it, it's bright, but yeah, it's bright. That's the kind of problem, as well as the joy. So I just want to knock it down a little bit. So I hope you're all having a good day today. Nothing much happening here, if I'm honest with you. Well, nothing much ever really happens here, to be fair. Now I'm just going to take my my brush and I'm just going to put a little bit of ink. Not much, I don't want masses. Just coming over those, the edges of this. I'm actually not a huge fan of ink on red. Don't know why. It's just one of those fad things. But this definitely does need knocking back a little bit. And pretty much everything benefits from a bit of ink, I would have thought. I'd say that's enough. Let's have a look and see what where we are. Yeah, that's fine. It's great. Just a little bit of ink. I had a bit of a catastrophe with these brushes. I decided to wash them, and I washed them with, what did I use? Washing up liquid, that's right. And they don't work anymore. They're just sort of stuck in a solid lump. Maybe I need to go and rinse them more. That could possibly be the problem. Right, okay, so just need to stick these on here fairly centrally, if we can. Actually, I'm going to use Collal because that gives me a bit more time to place it. It's funny, you know, in all the journals I've ever made, I dread to think how many that is. I've made a lot of journals. I have never ever made a journal about me. So this will be a first, and I don't know, I think it's going to be fun. Then my next page is going to be about the spring flowers that I've just planted in pots. I think that's not far off. So I'm going to take some photos of them and we'll see what sort of page we can make with those. Should be pretty. I mean, flowers. You've got to be going some to make flowers not pretty, to be fair. So yeah, that's the next page. And then we'll just see what happens, and I will document each week something that's happened in that week. I like the idea of that now. I didn't used to, but I do now. It'll be interesting to look back next year, won't it? As the year progresses and say, oh, you know, this time. I mean, maybe I should have done the lambs in the field. Oh, I've got too many things now to document. There we are. So I think that they aren't bad. Bring in our page again. And yeah, I mean, they stand out beautifully, don't they? They don't look that awful bright red that we had when we first started off. So I think I'll have one kind of up there and one maybe down here. Yeah, let's see. I mean, it's a movable feast, isn't it? So the next thing that I want is yeah, this is 1804 Planner Essentials 29 Directions. Look at this for a useful die. I mean, it just is, isn't it? It's just great. Signpost, arrows, curly arrows, circles with arrows on, each way sort of, they're fabulous. I love them. I really do. This is a definite contender for one of my most favourite dies, and I can see that you could use that in a grungy way really quite easily. So it's this piece that I'm after, the big signpost, and I've cut it out twice. I'm not exactly sure why I cut it out twice. I thought I might need two different parts of it, because you don't have to use it all. You can use just a part of it and cut it off. So let's pop that back in there so it doesn't get lost. I mean, look at even the reinforcements. They're arrows. The whole shooting match is arrows. I don't know about you, but I could place arrows on every single page that I do. So yeah, that is a good die. Right, let's move along the bus. So I'm thinking of putting one maybe like there. And another one. Get over the bed a little bit, you. Maybe there. But I also have this. This is 1604 Planner Essentials 2, and it does come with a planner page. You do get the planner page. But this says date, and I kind of like that. So I've cut it out there. So I've got that to fit in somewhere as well. It could go down the bottom, but I kind of like the idea of it being up here. So I could move that down a little bit. I could cut that off at three doodahs, and then I could get that there. Let's do that. Let's be brave and cut that off at 3 and still leave a little bit of stick underneath it so it still looks, yeah, that's fine. So I can pop that there. Yeah, put that there. Yeah, so far so good. And what about these two that I've got left? Would they be sufficient for down there? I could probably do with one sticking out the top, like the top. Although, I don't know. Let's have a look at this. Yeah, that's the same two, and I like them. I was going to cut it off, leaving a bit of post like that. And that can go there. This is, the die is actually even longer than this, but I cut these out on my sidekick and the plates weren't long enough, but it is even longer than that. I quite like that. What do you guys think? Think it'll do? I think it'll do. Right, let's get these prepared and then we are going stamping. So I'm going to use my Distress Oxide. I'll just get my little board out. I'm feeling a little bored. Oh dear, that was a poor attempt at a joke. So I'm going to try and just aim for the edges if I can. It's just the edges I want to do. I'm obviously going to come into problems when I've got bits like this, but leave the middles fairly cream. Yeah, it was my friend Tony Vince who persuaded, well, she didn't persuade me, she just showed me what she was doing in her Elizabethcraftdesigns journal. And I thought, oh, that is so lovely, I want to document my life. So she was documenting her son's birthday party. That's the right side. It's got little stitched lines around the edge. Helps you see which way's the right way. Oh my goodness, I like these so much better inked up. They just look great. I don't know if I want that long post. Probably not. I think that's all right. I think that'll do. as it'd say in Scotland, that'll do the new. Right, so, yep. Yep. Well, just place it right for the reinforcements there. And, yep. I don't want that full length there. I just don't want it. Let's just chop it off. Okay, there we go. Right, now let's stamp on our signs. So, let's get them over here. And I'm going to use VersaFine Claire in Nocturne in a nice black colour. And what am I going for? This one, back to one of my favourites. Quality Time CS307. And it's just a lot of evocative words. Most of them about summer and sunshine and whatever, relax, unwind, get in a flip-flop state of mind, summer holiday, remember this, be in the moment, getaway, vacation, going slow and enjoying it. A couple of flower heads, adventure, ice cream cone. But down here is the interesting bit for us. So let's get these out. And we've got, oh yes, quality time, this way to fun, happy times, sightseeing and photos. I just think they're perfect for us. So I'm going to take the one by one, use the sightseeing one first because it's the one nearest the edge and easiest to get to. And that really is the only reason. Ink that up and stamp it on. Sightseeing, marvellous. So just, let's take the backing off that, make life easier a little bit. Make it easy for ourselves. And the next one. Well, that says this way to fun, but it's quite a long stamp, so I'm going to put it on that longer one there. This way to fun. So they're all sort of pertinent to going somewhere and having a nice time. So, oh, that doesn't go there. Silly Nelly. Goes there. What do I want next? Oh, yes. Actually, that is quite a Mr. F saying. If he's fixing something and he gets it right, you go, oh, yes. So, yeah, I think that's wholly appropriate for him. Oh, yes. I'll say so myself. And then what shall we have? What else have we got? Quality time. Yeah, definitely. And not just for Mr. F, I can tell you. I mean, when he's away, I could do whatever I wanted. I mean, there isn't a lot that I want to do. Probably just craft. But, you know, let's put that on here. It's quite long. Lovely. Aren't these signposts just the best? They're just great. You can use any stamps you've got with them. Just make, you know, and it can be pertinent to anything. A new baby's birth even, you know, all the times ahead. What have I got? Happy times, happy times. Yes. Why not? He assures me that when he goes out on it, he feels good. So isn't that what it's all about? I can't say when I shut the door after he's gone, I don't silently say to myself, please come home in one piece. But I think that's just the way it is, actually. There we go. And where's my backing gone? Let's put those away because I think we're finished with them for today anyway. So there we are. Just in case, it's CS307 quality time. I love them. Really, really love them. So I think it's possibly time. Well, no, let's make up all the components. So the other component we've got is this, which is the date. Now, I don't just want to stamp that on there because I don't think it's going to stand out well enough. So what I've done is I've gone through my Timmy dies. These are the Chapter 3 release from not even last year, year before, maybe, something like that. And this is the one with the file folder in. They all have numbers 1 to 0 in them, but this is the one that fitted and looked best. So he bought it on the 5th of March 2024. So I want 5324. So I've looked those out. And I've got them here on a piece of mint paper. I think you can get that mint paper from, let me think, scrapbooking.com. Yeah, it's just come to me. I'm pretty sure it's scrapbooking.com. And I'll tell you, it's the best paper I've ever come across for using with dies. You know, it never overly sticks to the paper and whatever. And with these little dies, it's remarkable. You can put it through and take it off and it's still got the numbers stuck to it. It's so convenient. So let's run that through this little magic machine. That is the Sidekick. So I want a bit of cream card. Put them on there. Run that through. Way. And put that away. It's so convenient, that little Sidekick. I love it. And then, oh, the 4's dropped out already. There's our 4. Oh, these are stuck in. But you see, they're all still stuck to the mint paper. It's amazing. Oh. Don't wrinkle up. I don't want that. So there's the 2, so that's the 24. They normally drop out, but of course, because I'm videoing, they're not. Because why would anything work when you're videoing? There's the 5 for the 5th of March, and here's the 3 coming for March. There we go. Right, so put those away safely in the pack. It's got all the Timmy bits in, and I've got my numbers. So let's just, I'm going to ink all of this lightly once I've got it on. Now I know in the States you do your numbers, well, backwards. I know they're not backwards, but they are to me. So we will put 5, 3, 24. So let's just put those along there and see where I need to spread them. They fit perfectly, absolutely perfectly. So I'm just going to put each end on first. Just make sure that it does fit. 24. Hard to believe, isn't it? We're already in March of 2024. It just seems silly. I'll perfect that when I come to glue it, but just want to make sure it fits. Yeah, look at that. That's great. Okay, let's glue those down. So, oh my goodness, they're so small. And my tweezers are so useless. I've got a better pair. I've got a black pair somewhere, but I don't know where they are. So, let's stick this down. Because there's so much glue on there, it is a bit of a movable feast at the moment. Ugh, moved it clean off. There, so let's just get the Timmy towel at work. There we go. And then I'm going to put the 4 on. You just get a better idea of how to space things, I think. So I want that right at the end. I think that's it. I think so. Let's move that 2 out of the way. Is that okay? No, it's possibly a bit high. Let's move it down a fraction. There, I think that's all right. Got a bit of black stuck to that, which I'm guessing has come off my tweezers. Because they are filthy. Never mind, we're going to ink it anyway. I think we'll be all right. Not sure that's straight, you know. Just not. And I bet you it's stuck down now. Some of it had stuck down. Just put a tiny, tiny little drop of glue on there. And here is Mr. F himself.
Hello everyone.
Hello. What can I do for you?
Just digging you some CDs out.
All right.
For me.
All right. Thank you. Not entirely sure I'm happy with that. I've got a bit of a... I'll see what it looks like when it's inked, but it doesn't look fabulous at the moment. That's because I've messed around so much. Put it down, taken it up, you know. You know the story. I think that's okay there, though. Can you hear Catkin crying outside? It's because his dad's in here. He's a daddy's boy. He is actually getting much better at going outside. I don't know what's changed, whether it's just not so cold, so he likes it better, or he's just finally got brave. I don't know, but I mean, I wouldn't say he's outside for hours. He's, you know, if he's outside for 5 minutes, it's as much. But he is going out, which is better than it used to be. I think that's okay. 5/3/24. I think that looks nice. And I'll link that and see what it's like. If I don't like it, I'll do a new one. But let's see. It could be okay. It could be not okay. Bye.
Bye for now.
So I'm just really taking that brightness off the red. I'm not entirely sure I'm happy with that. No. I'm going to pause you there and I'm going to make another one of these, because what's the point in having something that's imperfect? It'll only annoy you. So I'm going to redo that. So see you soon. Okay, so that went perfectly. Of course it did. So we've got our date now. So if I were to put that there, for example, put that there, and then that there, what do we got? Looking all right. And then we've got our signposts. So this one, like that. This one, like that. Maybe that way. Don't want that pointing right at Mr. F's head. So there we go. Yeah, I think that's it. Should we stick that down? What do you think? What do you think? Yep, I think go. Go for glue. So I've got everything prepped. So, well, I think I have. So it should just be a straightforward stick. But you know, things happen. So I want that a good 1/4 of an inch in on all sides, and straight. If I can get it straight would be excellent. The collal just gives you a little bit of wiggle room, wiggle time I should say, so you can stick it down and you still can move it, which is marvellous. I do like this red. I was preparing myself for not liking the red, you know, for it to be too garish altogether. But with a bit of scorched timber, well, scorched timber makes everything right. I don't know if you've got your scorched timber yet, but ladies and gents, you need it in your life. I'm using the oxide, but you know, the ink as well. Whatever it is that floats your boat. Right, this I'm going to have to. Can I get that fine enough to do that? I don't think so. I'm going to have to use this glue for here. Just a couple of little dabs. Maybe I should have used my roller pen thing, you know, with the dots on it. I don't know, it doesn't matter now anyway, because we're using this. Right, now then. So they're like that, so I want that to come at sort of that angle, sort of in the centre, so sort of about there. Yep. Yeah, like it. Like it. You can't really see the date, but it's very clear when you're looking at it, because it's got that number behind it, but it is, I can read it perfectly, so I think that's fine. And then we've got this one. I'm going to go back to the collal because I might well want to move this one around. It's a possibility, isn't it? Move the signpost. I've heard of moving the goalpost, but so let's put that there, coming out at that angle, I think. And it is slightly over that reinforcer, but I'm okay with that. I can live with that. There we go, and then we've just got this one to go. I know this video's probably been ages, but by my thinking it's been quite quick. We only had one little mock-up, didn't we? Didn't we? Didn't I? Which was the putting the numbers down for the date. Apart from that, we've gone all right. That's just like way too much glue. And this one I want coming out this time, this side like that. Yes. There we go. There we have it, guys. There's our page. I hope you like it. Where's my planner? Whoa! Oh, craft a launch. Oh no. Everything fell off. And I was being so organised. Right, well that was the botanic page that we did last week. But I'm going to remove that from here. I'm going to keep them because that might well come in if I ever do a botanical planner. But this is going to be my planner. And I know I'm starting in March, but that's when I'm starting. So there we go. There's my page in my planner. I think that looks nice. I like, oh no, I've forgotten something I was going to put on it before I sit here and big myself up. I was going to put some stars on it because Mr. F is a star. So I punched out these. Let's take this out of here again just till we get it finished. Telling you it's finished, but it's not. So I've punched out using this punch that I've got, which was the only star that I could find, although I knew I had another one. And I did punch out 4 of these, and now I can only find 2. But let's see, have I got anything in the bin? Yeah, I'm sure I can get them out of here. This is a really, really stiff punch. But I want 4. Maybe 3 will be better. I don't know. We'll see what we've got when we stick them on. Maybe there. Do you think they might look better in cream? They might. Let's put the red ones on, and then I think we'll punch out some cream. See what they look like. I think 3 might be enough. 3's easy on the eye. The eye likes things in 3s. Right, okay, that's that. Let's punch some out of this. See if I can anyway. This is quite thick card, and this is a very stiff punch. 1. 2. This is my workout for the day. 3. 4. Right. Let's have a look then. Let's have a look and see what we got. That's the question for us now, isn't it? Which do we like best? Oh no, I hate decisions like this when I'm trying to make a video. I wish it was just straightforward. I kind of like the red. I think we can sort of build up that middle section like that. Oh, I don't know. Let's just ink up a couple of these and see what we think when they're inked. Just kind of around the edges. I'm watching a documentary at the moment about Boris Becker. It's funny, isn't it? He had all the talent, all the money in the world, and he still managed to get it wrong. End up in prison. So let's just remove those. Let's put these on. I think the red ones. I'm going red. I'm going rogue. Yep, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put one there. Maybe down a little bit. Yeah, one here. Let's put those on first before I confuse myself further. Lovely, and this one we'll put on as well. Maybe we don't need any more. Maybe all we need is two. I don't know. See what the page is telling us. It might tell us what it needs if we're lucky. Two. No, I think we need more. We need more than two. So let's see where we're going to put these other ones then. I haven't got a lot of room down here. Oh. Oh, excuse me. Got the sneezes. I don't want that in line with the other one. So bring that to there. There, what do you think of that? Yeah, I quite like that actually. That's okay. It's okay, let's stick them in. I'm very tempted to buy a new planner for my journaling. You know, the journaling a bit pertinent to me. I just don't know which one to go for. Because there's some really nice ones. Oh, not on your head. Not on your head, Mr. F. No. Nearly covered his head up. My goodness. Oh my goodness me. And we haven't inked these, so they are slightly brighter than the other red, so they're standing out, which is quite nice. Yeah, there we go. There's my page. What do you think? I like it actually. It's really simple, really straightforward, but I do actually like it. So, now we can put it in the planner. There we go. My first journaling page about me ever. Ever, ever, ever. Isn't it fab? So I hope you enjoyed that. I hope you think of giving that a go just with something of your own and choosing words. I mean, these words are anything to do with holidays, really, aren't they? So, you know, they don't have to do with heading off on a motorbike somewhere. They're just holiday ones. I think they're great. I really enjoyed using those signposts. Yeah. So thanks for joining me. I'll be back very soon. We're still carrying on with the Timmy remnants and making our journal with those. And I'll be back very soon with another Elizabeth Craft Design project. Thank you so much. Where have you gone? There you are. Thank you so much for joining me today. I've had a blast today. It's been really good fun. And I'll see you soon. Take care, everybody. Bye. Bye-bye. Bye.